Hi there, this is Ayşe Süberker with World in 2 Minutes. Let's take a look at this hour's headlines. Hong Kong pro-democracy protesters cancelled talks with the government to discuss electoral reforms after mobs of people tried to drive them from streets they had occupied. The Hong Kong Federation of Students, one of the groups leading the protests, said they saw no choice but to cancel the talks as the government demanded the streets be cleared. Our next story is from Turkey. Turkish Prime Minister Ahmet Davutoğlu said Turkey will do what it can to prevent the Kurdish town of Kobani from falling to ISIS, but stopped short of committing to military action. Hours before Davutoğlu's comments, Turkish parliament gave the government powers to order cross-border military incursions against ISIS and to allow foreign coalition forces to launch similar operations from Turkish territory. Our next story is from West Africa. The head of the West African nation's airport authority, Binia Kesili, said Liberia could prosecute a national diagnosed with Ebola who flew to the U.S. for making a false statement on travel documents. Kesili said the Liberian patient, Thomas Eric Duncan, was asked in a questionnaire as he left Monrovia Airport if he had come in contact with any Ebola victim, and he had replied no. Duncan was the second Liberian to carry Ebola to another country by air travel. Our next stop is Norway. With the 2014 Nobel Prize announcements around the corner, Norway is considering shaking up the 5-member committee that selects the winner of the Nobel Peace Prize. The chairman, Thorbjørn Jagland, said any future changes wouldn't affect this year's winner to be announced on October the 1st. Christian Berg-Hapenviken, a prominent Nobel watcher, tries to predict the winner every year. His favorites for this year's award include Edward Snowden, Pakistani activist Malala Yousafzai, and Pope Francis. And that's it for this hour's World in 2 Minutes. See you in 2 hours with the latest stories. Goodbye.